Let's bring in Oliver Sloup of Blue Line Futures and talk about this for a little bit. On the wheat market, we had the big leadership role last week, and in the Sunday night trade being Minneapolis wheat, and now it's kind of falling by the wayside today. Did it run out of gas, or what's going on?
Well, I think it's just taking a little bit of a breather, and obviously it was the leader last week. And the wheat market, Chicago, is what we spend a lot of time focusing on because that's where majority of the volume and trade participation is really been lagging. We've seen Minneapolis wheat surge higher, corn surge higher to start the week, beans surge higher, but Chicago really riding the coattails of some of those other markets and really only getting back to last week's highs, which is a little bit of a caution flag if you're in the bull camp. You want to see Chicago wheat kind of stay lockstep with some of these other markets. It's unable to do that. So again, a little bit of a caution flag with overhead resistance, psychologically significant, $7 handle, holding really well. If we're not able to get a conviction close out above here, I wouldn't be surprised to see sellers step in. And if we start to see other markets like corn, soybeans, and Minneapolis wheat take a little bit of a breather, I would expect there to be some pressure in the Chicago contract as well. A lot of that depending on weather this week, and we've got crop progress after the close, so we expect the volatility to continue through the week, and a USDA report to top it off later.
I will say that in my travels last week, you go in northern Texas and in Oklahoma, and wheat's almost dead ripe already. So, I mean, it's not very far away from being harvested. So it's going to be pretty aggressive here in the coming week or two as we move that harvest trend northward, and we'll find out what kind of yields we really have. On the corn market, you mentioned the fact that there's going to be a lot of focus on the crop condition report that comes out later today. With the corn moving higher by about 5 cents on the nearby July, but soybeans up almost a dime, does that surprise you that soybeans are showing more strength today?
You know, it really doesn't. When you look at it on a percentage basis, the corn's just slightly outperforming soybeans. You got to look at what the contracts are trading at price-wise. And I think what we're really starting to see is a little bit of a shift in momentum from some of those old crop contracts into new crop contracts, and that being where the real weather market is right now. And you can see that we're narrowing that gap between those prices here in the very near term. And we wouldn't be surprised to see that continue, see those spreads between old crop and new crop corn and soybeans start to narrow up a bit going forward.
Okay, Oliver, we'll come back in a moment. We'll take a look at our cattle and hog markets, see how they're holding up here on a Monday when we come back.